Day 107. The magic you are looking for is in the work you are avoiding. The magic you are looking for is in the work you are avoiding. So like right now, for example, I can put off things, whether it could be like home projects, or we've talked about doctor's appointments, or anything that you might dread, and what I specifically dread could be things that I have a tendency to want to put off. And I can be really disciplined and not put off certain things as well. But for example, like right now in this season of life, it's getting to be springtime. The grass is starting to grow. The weeds are starting to grow. So let's talk about like housework, for example. Landscaping, home maintenance, etc. My wife and I had probably put a couple projects off too long. When it comes to landscaping, when it comes to buying a mower, I've needed a new one. I've been paying someone to do it for the last couple years because I mowed my grass for the longest time, and when you get in the habit of having someone else do it, it's hard to want to start doing it again. And our garage door needed fixed, and the list kind of went on. And we finally had a conversation recently where we just had this epiphany. We're like, hey, it's on us to take care of what we have. We're blessed with what we have. So let's, with some tenacity, and we like absolutely both agreed. It was like not one person throwing any stones. It was like, hey, we both actually just need to like bite the bullet and do something to make the things that we have better. So we got on it this past week, and actually today, mower was purchased, yard is mowed. My wife the last few days has started to reconstruct our outside landscaping. It was a few weeks ago we actually did get the garage door fixed, and just other simple things around the house, like needing some new outlet covers and light bulbs, and just the things that can feel like they pile up. And those are silly, like small potato examples about just home projects and things needing done around the house. But I think that highlights maybe even a larger picture of the things that we don't do in our life, that we know the laundry list is continuing to pile, but attacking it feels overwhelming or it feels scary. Again, whether that's doctor's appointments, whether that's that difficult conversation with the person that you've been avoiding, that you know you need to make amends with. That could absolutely be your spiritual life and your relationship with God and getting connected. And maybe you're letting your past or your shame drive a wedge between you and God when He absolutely loves you. And you need to get over yourself and just submit to Jesus and dive back in. Not only your spiritual life, it could be, again, health and fitness. I always talk about what you're putting in your body and are you moving your body? Like those sorts of things. We can feel so overwhelmed, like I don't even know where to start, or man, I might start, but I'm probably just not going to be able to be consistent, so why even try? Like we create all of these things that really drive a wedge between where we really want to go and then achieving that. And then some things are even a little more subjective, like are we, again, back to the original quote, the magic you were looking for is in the work you're avoiding. Like, have we really had this assessment, or have we really asked this question as it pertains to being the best spouse that we can be, or being the best friend that you can be? Are we avoiding putting in the work that could really make us optimal? And with all of these examples that I brought up, spiritual life, health and fitness, spouse, friend, housework, whatever it is, I just truly notice, like, the hardest part's starting. The hardest part is just doing the foundational groundwork and getting started. And once you're in the midst of it, it can still be a challenge sometimes. With a lot of this stuff, you might have to wake up earlier, or you might have to set reminders to really be the best you can be when you're trying to course correct and grow your spiritual life, or grow your fitness life, or get things done around the house. But amidst doing it, you're going to feel like you're accomplishing something, and then when you're done, you're going to have that runner's high of, wow, I finally was about it. I finally was a good promise keeper to myself. And you're really going to be better for it, having put in the work. And you do that enough consistently in your life, being a promise keeper to yourself, it's going to change the way you perceive yourself. It's going to change the confidence that you have. It's going to change the way people perceive you. So I just wonder if we really believed and we really created a day one mentality around this quote today, that the magic we are looking for and the change that we need, it's all in the work that we are currently avoiding. If we bought into that and changed, how would that change our life? So, Colossians chapter 3, verses 12 through 14, it says, "Therefore, as God's chosen people, holy and dearly loved, clothe yourselves with compassion, kindness, humility, gentleness, and patience. Bear with each other and forgive one another. If any of you has a grievance against someone, forgive as the Lord forgave you. And over all of these virtues, put on love, which binds them all together in perfect unity." So again, we're God's chosen people, and we just need to constantly clothe ourselves in those virtues of compassion, kindness, humility, gentleness, and patience. It goes on to say that love binds all of that together in perfect unity. Just the more I read this stuff and the more I invest in my relationship with God, the more I'm just learning about what Scripture tells us, and then also just matching that to my own physical goals and my own passions on this earth as well, and the motivational quotes and all of that kind of coincide with trying to be the best temple that I can be through fitness and through eating well. Like when I'm just reading all of the things that I am about both sides of the aisle, spiritual and physical, I'm just noticing the pattern of, like, it's all about perspective. If we know whose we are, we're going to know who we are. If we know why we're here, where we're going, we're going to be so much more apt to be consistent and be sustainable with putting on this armor of compassion, kindness, humility, gentleness, and having patience. And when you're all of those things and you're living in a way that your yoke feels easy and your burden feels light, you're going to be so much better physically to be a leader for your family, to be a promise keeper to yourself, to wake up earlier, to go to the gym, to eat well, to just sustain those things with joy in your heart, and not like a mindset that, like, it feels difficult or it feels like you're going against the grain because you're doing hard things. We should enjoy doing the hard thing. We should feel blessed being able to do the hard thing because we have this unique spiritual perspective that eventually aims towards spending eternity with Jesus. So remember that as you go through this week and through the rest of the year. Is I have a feeling that what we are avoiding, it's in conquering that. It's like the work that we are avoiding, that's the magic that we're looking for, and that's day 107.